The best advice I can give anyone is to join the paid membership. Get to be part of these groups, because this is where you really will get the value. And hey, if you try it for a month or 3 months and think this is not I'm not getting my money's worth, well, leave. I mean, that's not a problem. But at least try it, because you really can't imagine how valuable this kind of a community can be. And
Okay, so you talked a little bit about what you've learned in your time in the group. Is there anything that you would like to share with people watching that's your own advice? Because you also are pretty wise. You bring a lot. This is one of the things that I like, is not only people are coming and learning from the group, but also teaching back into the group as well. And
mm,
you're very wise.
mm.
What advice, is there anything that you wish you had learned when you were younger, or anything that you think is helpful for others?
I think when I was younger, I learned early, and I'm very grateful I did learn early how important it is to connect with people, how important and how valuable it is to be part of a community with people that I can learn from and communicate with and talk to. And so the best advice I can give anyone is to join the paid membership. Get to be part of these groups, because this is where you really will get the value. And hey, if you try it for a month or 3 months and think this is not I'm not getting my money's worth, well, leave. I mean, that's not a problem. But at least try it, because you really can't imagine how valuable this kind of a community can be, and to have a support system and a support group where you can get these things. I learned that in other businesses. I don't think I would have ever learned that in tech. Maybe some people can learn it in tech. I don't know. I don't think I would have ever learned it in tech. So I just am so grateful I learned that, and I use that in tech, and I make a lot of money because I learned that in tech. So
Would you have any advice for someone who would be like, yeah, that sounds great, but some people, and especially developers, some people are very, very introverted and they just don't have the social skills to like jump into a group and make all kinds of friends. Like, how would they still be able to participate? What would you say to those people that don't, a lot of people have social anxiety. That's almost become like a default feature after COVID. What would you
mhm.
say to people that just don't really feel so comfortable, participating in a group like that?
Well, I would say turn off your camera, sit and join and listen and learn until you one day maybe feel confident or comfortable enough to say something or ask a question or whatever. Just do it. I mean, I was way back. I didn't even say hello to my neighbors until I started on a personal development path. It's not my nature. It's not my natural desire. And I really, when I have been social for too long, I really need to go away and just be with myself. I mean, I can't even be with my wife. I say I'm going to leave for a couple of days. I just need to, I've been too social for too long. I just need to be really alone now. So it's not. I don't think it's. I don't think you should label yourself like that. That I'm not the kind of person who can do this. Yes, you obviously you can learn anything, and this is definitely something you could learn to be part of somewhere where you can develop, because it's very difficult to develop all alone by yourself. So once you've tried that, experienced that for a couple of times, you're going to be like, I'm hooked. I want to get more of this kind of learning and development, even though it might take a little bit of my energy, but you can just take it in small bites, and how much you feel you can handle.
I really love what you said about also taking it in small bites, yes, and also not defining yourself like that, because
Mm,
we have had quite a few people that came into the group in the beginning. They were very quiet. They didn't really participate a lot in the conversation and they were just watching. And then after they see, they'll sit with their camera off for a couple of meetings, and then they start to feel comfortable because they see how other people in the group talk to each other and how open people are and how supportive people are. And that really makes them open up. And then once they open up and they get to know people, because again, it's the same people every week that we're seeing familiar faces with the
mm,
group, then we find that they're actually really, some people, once they open up and once they feel safe and comfortable and they know these people, they'll talk all day long. It's
yeah.
just in the beginning that they just don't feel comfortable. But I think that a lot of us are like that, like we're introverted maybe with strangers or with people that we don't particularly click with, but when we're around people that we feel open and comfortable with, then it's a completely different story.